Yanki, welcome to EdenBase.
Great pleasure to be here. Thank you for having us, Eric.
So, Yanki, you're here today to start the EdenBase Super Growth Program.
And we're so lucky to be here as well.
Oh, no, it's a great pleasure to be here. But you are actually running an amazing business called wamo, which EdenBase has just invested in. Would you mind telling us a little bit about wamo? Why did you start this?
This is actually a real personal story. We were quite excited about how the funds were going, how blockchain was actually changing the ecosystem. And we were quite curious about what we can do when it comes to technological advancement to serve that segment. We started the company, literally very few people. And the first thing we actually hit as a blocker was to get an operational bank account. And that was almost like a wake-up call, letting us know, you know what, it's not in today's date. It shouldn't happen. So what happened was, okay, can we do this better? We looked at it, we looked at partners, we start looking at the markets, and we say, you know what, there's a better way to get business banking. Let us tackle that problem, start testing a couple of markets, and our thesis were right. We got customers from every single European member state, including UK, and we thought, you know what, this really was a problem, and we could actually focus and continue growing on that as well.
That's terrific. I mean, as you know, we think that SME banking is less than 5% done in Europe, and so there's a huge opportunity. In the UK, it's kind of different. We have so many wonderful neobanks. But it's interesting that you're even getting customers from here. Is it because of the experience?
It is not that. UK is a very specific market because a lot of global entrepreneurs usually select UK when they're going to start a business with a global approach. Most of the digital businesses, and these are non-UK based entrepreneurs. And they got even a different problem set because it's even more difficult for them to do anything in the UK. If they're not based here, if they're not actually serving the market, they're going to get scared of the financial system. If you look at the birth and death rates of the new companies being done in the UK, it's actually quite high, and a lot of the reason behind it is customers are not getting help from the financial system to be able to operate a business. And this is where the segment is coming to us from the UK.
Oh, that's so good. So what regions will you focus on across Europe?
We started our operations and testing in the southern part of Europe, which was actually quite behind. And it was the right space to start. Small markets, it was easy to touch customers, get a lot of feedback for the initial product. Then we start going a little further into the mainland. We start working the corridors where our customers were trading, and we start picking up Italy next. And we are going to be also growing in Nordics, but I'll mention to you a little further.
All right, that's great. We really like the approach that your customers have too. They absolutely love you. You have, as far as we look at the data, some of the lowest churn rates and the highest loyalty out of any bank in Europe. Why do you think that is?
It's actually a really good story, and we've got to give a lot of credit to our customers because our initial product was so terrible that even I'm afraid to use it at the moment. And they stood with us from the first day. And most of our customers on our platform is been with us from the day one we actually started operating. I think it is that personal touch, being able to know the name of your customer, being able to understand their business, because this is one of the key things where in the financial system, it's not a one-size-fits-all. And a lot of the stuff has to be customized to the business's needs, how they grow and what they need in terms of what problems they're having. It takes a little more understanding, a little more effort on their base, and this is what we've done quite well.
So what are the kind of challenges that SMEs face in Europe, and how does wamo help solve it?
I mean, it really differs from segment to segment, but initially what we have really identified is first of all, the simple thing is this: running a proper operation without any frictions in the financial system is what they want. They want to be able to see the money is moving in a timely manner. They don't want a lot of paper, online stuff. They don't even understand a lot of the requirements that it takes for them to be able to submit that stuff. So you need to basically teach them how things are. It can actually be done in a better manner. You start using technology to automate the processes. So customers basically train on what they can do with the use of an advancement of technology as well. And then go from there. These are the initial foundations so far.
So we've seen actually beautiful user experience is part of it. You just take the friction out of any part.
Make it easy as possible, make it smooth, make it frictionless, and every customer can actually find the use case.
Now, for EdenBase, this is a very important investment. They're all, of course, very important, but it's particularly important because, our background, we are known for fintech and for helping develop the fintech revolution.
You guys have a good experience with Revolut.
With supporting companies like Revolut, who started as just a small team with us in level 39. But this is our first investment. And so we were looking for the right kind of company, and I recognize some similar characteristics. And actually, I have to say your growth is terrific because you're certainly exceeding our expectations there. But can you share how you see fintech evolving, especially for SMEs?
There's still a lot of work to do when it comes to fintech, because I don't think we had the 2.0 of fintech as of yet. There's more to come, and with new frontier technology advancements that's coming online, like software AI, that's going to be going into the back office initially. That is going to improve, and that's going to make processes even better. And it's going to change how things are done, how efficient the work gets done, and how much more the customer can expect from a product. From that point on, I guess it will start evolving in terms of optimizing and automating a lot of the back office stuff for the businesses as well. We're already curious and looking at how best to put this into work. We've been testing behind the scenes, and this is something that we're going to grow. One of the ways of doing this, there's a lot of stuff that's being used in the back scene. Support is one of them. Administration in terms of fraud and compliance, there's a lot of use cases there as well. But the next stage is basically having a help function from an AI that is helping you how to manage your expenses, do a cash flow analysis, be there for you as your back office and a finance team extension to even make your business more efficient.
You see, that's the thing that was interesting to us about Webo, is that you are open to designing your systems.
You have to, because technology changes every day. You cannot just stick on one vertical. The strategy needs to change. You need to come up with different ideas, and you need to hear the customers in terms of what they need.
So come on, this is the question we're going to ask. How do you plan to use our investment and, all around from other investors as well to fund, to expand?
We actually have started using it, Eric. One of the key things that we wanted to do with the investment was to get our own EMI license. And we did this in Finland. The reason we picked specifically Finland, we've seen a lot of opportunity in the Nordic markets. And we also seen the break or the disconnect between the southern and the northern markets. And since we actually started our operations in the southern market, we know the customer in the southern Europe. We also know the advancements of how the North sees to be able to grow into the southern market as well. If you can start building that bridge, make it even more efficient for SMEs to work between those countries, I think it will be the next stage of our growth and expansion plans.
Reducing trade friction, even the simplest.
100%. And it's not just about the financial system, it's also the connections, it's also the partnerships, it's also giving a business another vertical to be able to go into. I think this is going to be something we're going to look at a later time too.
Very good. Now, wamo has always been focused on helping small and medium-sized businesses. And one of your strengths is that you're very much human-led customer support. Other neobanks just fill their solutions with chatbots, etc., which there's not a human inside. But you really take pride in that. How does that fit in the world of technology?
You need to look at a different perception here. Their bots have improved as well. They're not as bad as they used to be. They are actually a lot more responsive, a lot smarter. This is also the evolution of technology, but you need to look at a hybrid approach when it comes to supporting SMEs. They are very personal. Some of them are slow, some of them are mid, some of them are larger. The smaller they are, the more they need hand-holding when it comes to certain issues in terms of understanding how best to use the platform. It doesn't take a lot to help an SME when it comes to support. As long as you're responsive, as long as you can actually understand the business, and as long as you follow up to your promise as well. And one of our biggest strengths is we know our customers. When we say we really know them by name as well, which is quite an important thing, and a lot of people don't have that luxury. And we want to be able to build on that as well. One of the key things that I also would like to mention on this topic as well, frontier technologies are changing how you are responding, how you identify the support and the customer experience as well. This is something we actually using behind the scenes as well. Responses, anything we actually anticipate from a customer is basically done on the technology side. We are much better to address the problems and issues with the help of technology. That's just humans, but you put that behind the scenes, not in front of the customer.
So the customer probably wouldn't even see the
They won't even
technology.
see it, but there's actually a lot of workings behind the scenes to be able to come up with a better answer in time the matter, and also follow up on your request to be able to follow.
I think that's definitely the way forward. Well, thank you, Yanki. We very much appreciate you coming in and sharing your ideas with us.
It's been a great pleasure, and thank you for your trust and investment in us. We are looking forward to do so much more and grow so further with EdenBase's as well.